Someone has got to tell me down below how many rebounds did Day'Ron Sharpe have. I mean, I'm too lazy to check it myself, but someone's got to tell me how many rebounds that man had. Jesus Christ on ice, but that's not here nor there. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm the kid Sever the Bond. Let's get to the shenanigans, shall we? We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so tell a Nets fan to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you get a chance, go to netsrepublic.com, click the shop button and grab you a hoodie, grab you a shirt, grab you some type of merch, but that is neither here nor there. Today we are talking about another dub for the Brooklyn Nets and the final preseason game of the 2022-2023 season. Now, as you all know, I predicted doom and gloom. Instead, they turned it all around, and they're looking incredible. Tonight, we played, who do we play? Oh, I forgot that quick. Who do we just play? I know Michael Grady was there. Who did we just play? Timberwolves! Minnesota Timberwolves. That is how irrelevant it was, because it really seems like it doesn't matter who we play against. It doesn't really matter who's out there. Steve Nash has some type of a system that they're following, and it seems to be working. And I know it sounds crazy because you're watching a Sever the Bond hosted Nets Republic video, and I'm saying something nice about Steve Nash, but it needs to be said. Whatever system this man has implemented seems to work regardless who we have out there. Maybe it's just because we have the engines to run Sodor in such a spectacular way. Shout out Mr. Sir Topham Hatt. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we have the right artillery to go with our Gundam. I'm not really quite sure. I just know that regardless what chess pieces we have out there, Steve Nash is running some type of offense that's just making it work. It's giving Golden State Warriors. It's giving San Antonio Spurs. Like, it's giving old school, well, not old school, but like mid 2010s Atlanta Hawks type stuff, where it's like there's just a system and it doesn't matter who's out there. It's just a system, and it just keeps chugging. You feel me? It just keeps chugging. Even though I was 1,000% wrong about the fact that it's doom and gloom times and that we should expect nothing from the season, which I will own up to being wrong. As I've said multiple times, I'm here to be wrong. I'd much rather be wrong than right, because 9 out of 10 of the times when I'm right, this is when stuff tends to go left. So I'm here to be wrong with that. However, the thing about Kyrie Irving being an X factor could not have been any more spot on. I am so for cereal, y'all. So for cereal. Everyone is so distracted by Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons. It's like they just forget Kyrie's out there and they're just giving him shots. There's times where Kyrie has 2 feet in the paint and then it's like the defense remembers, oh yeah, Kyrie's here. Hurry, foul him. But he still gets the shot off. It is absolutely incredible to watch. Kyrie Irving is just on a different planet. And we all know he's playing for a contract, but contract Kyrie has got to go up there with all of the other adjective Kyries, like untucked Kyrie, masked mask Kyrie, pandemic Kyrie, COVID Kyrie. Like, there are so many different Afro Kyrie, headband Kyrie. There's so many different Kyries. I have to say, contract Kyrie's looking pretty different. I mean, he's already had 2 consecutive seasons back-to-back, regardless how much he played, where he was playing absolutely incredible. Because let's not forget, the season before last was when he had the, 50, 40, 90. You feel me? Like, that wasn't that long ago. Then you had the interruption with the vaccine shenanigans and such, but he still played amazing. Now you're looking at this, and now he's playing for a contract. You're telling me the guy that just had a 50, 40, 90 season has a chip on his shoulder and is playing for a contract and playing even better? It's not fair. It's not fair to the rest of the league, y'all. It's just not fair that we just have him as an X factor. He's our no Katy Perry, Juicy J dark horse. And people just forget he's out there. And let's not forget, we still don't have TJ Warren. We still don't have Joe Harris. We still don't have Seth Curry. Right now, it's Kyrie feeding off the open looks. I mean, we're just going to drown the other opponent in threes. It's just not fair. Ben Simmons fouled out weirdly. He had like 5 fouls in like the first 11 minutes he played or some weird statistic like that, he ended up fouling out. And I thought honestly maybe the team would take a dip in efficiency. Maybe the team wouldn't be such a well-oiled machine without him being out there. But surprisingly, we played perfectly fine. The intensity was still there on both sides of the ball. They were still moving the ball. Everything just worked out perfectly. And it makes me wonder, was it the personnel? Like, is that what's changing here? Because it's still Steve Nash as the head coach. So what changed? With no Ben Simmons out there, what exactly kept things running so smoothly? Because we had Patty Mills out there, and I'm thinking as soon as Patty Mills checked in, we're going to start getting cooked. No such thing happened. I mean, D'Angelo Russell got into his offensive bag because the matchup was disgusting, but we were still perfectly fine. That's why I'm giving the credit over to Steve Nash, because it seems to be whatever system we're running, it doesn't matter who's out there. They just get to it with the fast breaks yet again, jumping in the passing lanes, gang rebounding. I mean, I'm talking like 20 people in black jerseys is jumping up for the defensive rebounds. I mean, it's just beautiful to see. Kevin Durant played a lot better than he did the other night. I like the fact that he's just playing efficiently is not the word. He's giving what he needs to give. Like, Kyrie's going to keep shooting until they blow the whistle and say the game's over. Kevin Durant is going to give you what you need and then move on. And to me, that's a very positive sign. That's an individual who's not shot hunting. That's an individual who could care less what he's averaging. He just wants to win. And when arguably the best player on the planet has the mentality of, I just want to win. Y'all, the Nets look so good right now. I mean, they just look so good right now. And then you got Claxton, who did not shy away from the challenge of going up against 2 7-footers in the slightest. Played pretty well, if you ask me. Already talked about Day'Ron Sharpe. Royce O'Neal played amazing yet again. He couldn't hit that corner three to save his life. But outside of that, he played really well. Played really well on defense. Gave a dude a bloody nose. Hey, I'm here for it. I mean, it's just incredible. And for me, the biggest thing is where I'm at a literal loss for words is I don't know how we did it. We went up against a team that had Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert starting together. And we had our itty-bitty committee lineup. And we still managed to blow them out on multiple occasions by 20. But I couldn't for the life of me explain how we did it. I don't know how to put it into words. Was it the effort? Was it the hustle? Was it the buy-in? Was it the commitment to whatever Steve Nash is preaching? I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm sitting there watching the game like, how are we not getting cooked? Maybe that's a knock to the Timberwolves, maybe. Maybe they just weren't playing the smartest game. I'm not sure. But, I mean, for the life of me, I'm watching Royce O'Neal just jump higher than Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. I'm sitting there watching, and yeah, Ben Simmons is, putting the titanium clamps on Karl Anthony Towns. Now, he fouled out, but, I mean, it's just insane to me. There was a couple of really cheap fouls in the beginning where I thought we would be in trouble, whereas, we only have 2 real centers. But we were fine. Claxton didn't foul out. He was fine. Day'Ron Sharpe didn't foul out. He was fine. Cam Thomas came in the game, and there was a point where he was running the team himself at point guard and getting buckets, getting the assist, playing defense. A complete performance. I mean, everyone played great. Even Markieff Morris at center, which I give him a lot of crap for. They make it work. I don't know how they do it, but they make it work. Watanabe on my wrist. Mans is playing incredible. I don't know why we don't have him in the backup center discussion with how tall he is, but why not? Hopefully we keep him because he plays amazing. I mean, it was just an all-around great effort. It was an all-around great team game yet again. And I'm a little shook. I'm a little shook because you look at the first two games, you look at the previous history of the team, and you look at our last two games, and it's like, what exactly happened? They just flipped the switch. I just flipped the switch. They just did it. They just did it. I don't. Sorry for not giving you like the deep introspective X's and O's, Kyrie Irving 1-0-1-0 matrix, explanation, but they just went out there and said, okay, time to win. I feel bad for the rest of the league because I feel like, if I can quote Mr. Frank Isola and whoever the other dude was tonight, I feel like a lot of individuals have just kind of forgotten about the Nets. I feel like with good reason, a lot of individuals have kind of written us off and said, well, they just flopped. They're not going to do anything. They never do. And we're going to catch a lot of people slipping. Because imagine tonight's game with Kevin Durant being more aggressive. He didn't need to, but if he was. Imagine tonight's game where Ben Simmons didn't foul out. Imagine tonight's game with Joe Harris. Imagine tonight's game with Seth Curry. Imagine tonight's game with TJ Warren. It was basically 7-11 and everyone else destroyed them. And we're not even at full strength yet. Good job. I have nothing negative to say, which is putting me in a weird position because that's kind of my thing. I kind of hate. And, there's nothing to hate on. I just have nothing but a praise report here. There is nothing to hate on. I'm in a very awkward position. That's my thing. And it's like, you're not letting me get my stuff off here. These are uncharted waters. Dare I say we're in for a good season? Wow. Okay, sure. I will say this, though, and we'll discuss this a little more next week because the season officially starts on Wednesday. As I said, what they do in the preseason is what you can expect in the regular season. And assuming the first two games were just meh, and the real representation of the team is what we saw these last two games, that's what you can expect. That's the identity of your team. They're going to score a bunch. They're going to play defense. They're going to run the fast break and get up and down, and there's going to be a lot of ball movement. That is a whole lot better for an identity than the last couple seasons we've had. I will absolutely take it. Now, while I'm not ready to jump out the window and say definitively that, oh, this is the year, we're going to be fine, you better watch out, this is better than the last big three, I'm not going out there yet because it's preseason. But I will say, just keeping the energy consistent, what you see in the preseason is normally what you see in the regular season. This is where the team is telling you, hey, this is who we are, this is what we do. So if this is the sample size, I'm liking what I'm seeing, but it remains to be seen. We'll go up against the New Orleans Pelicans next on Wednesday. I will be back here on Nets Republic on Monday to just go over the preseason one more time. Maybe even do a little deep dive on who made the final roster and such like that. I don't think Shields is going to make it. I'm going to keep it a bean. I know that makes a lot of people upset, but I don't think she's going to make it. But that's not here nor there. Hopefully Watanabe makes it because he's playing really, really well. But that's not here nor there. Wouldn't it be funny if they cut Ben Simmons? Let me stop. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. You're watching Nets Republic. I'm the kid Sever the Bond, and I'll see y'all on Monday for some more Nets preseason coverage. Please enjoy your weekend and be safe and all that stuff, and go Nets. Yeah.